back to our Let's Play of Dungeon Keeper. I am Ninja Stalker here, and let us continue on through the tutorials to make it to our actual real in-game campaign for the available to you to claim a portal nearby, but do not yet venture north. Powerful adversaries lurk there. It will be wiser not to disturb them until you are prepared. Heed my warning. Okay, so it's up here that they're talking about, which means we get all this. Oh, there we go, gems. Infinite wealth. They will not diminish. Go ahead and line this out.
You must have enough gold.
This our treasure room.
You must have enough gold.
Well, that ran out real quick. But they... I was gonna say, but they already got some gold, but I don't think they did. I obviously remember that. So we need sources of income. I could go for this, but it will take some time to mine and then drop. Again, when they mine this, this will not disappear. This will be there forever. But when they mine this stuff, it takes longer to mine the income from it and then to go and deposit it than it would be for gold. But then again, of course, for gold can disappear on you.
Have enough gold.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is maybe I should turn this around to show it better. So there's only so many imps that you can have per scene. So what I'm gonna do is collect enough money as is to create as many imps as I can that can mine this stuff per block. So you can have 3 at one block here, 3 at the other side of the block there, 3 for this one, 3 for this one, and 3 on the other side there. So I gotta get that many, and then I gotta get that many more to go off and do other jobs.
Your gold reserves are running low. You must have enough gold.
So yeah, see, I think I have the amount that can go. Alright, so it's 15. 15 will always be needed for these to fully utilize and use it, you know? So we'll go ahead and leave it at that. So it's 15. That means I might need, I don't know, 15 more to go and do other jobs. So I'll have a total of 30 imps on this level. That's not bad. The max amount of imps I've probably ever had playing a Dungeon Keeper was 50, I think. Some of you are probably wondering, oh, that's a whole lot. What do you need that many imps for? Productivity, man. They get shit done. When you get a lot of imps, you don't have to worry about one dying and stuff. You can just make another, but you have that many imps, they can get jobs done super fast. Problem, of course, then is it'll end up taking a long time to do such things. So you guys are probably in for a lengthy video. 7. Just 3 more. One more.
Your gold reserves are running low.
Yeah, no kidding. Here we are. 15 for 15. 15 will always be over here working, while the other 15 are scouring about. My imp army. It'd be awesome if they were level 10s. That'll be an imp army. Okay, we will go ahead and collect these resources. Actually, let me go ahead and save. Saves.
Game saved.
Game saved. That voice. Go ahead and collect that. Must suck for these guys to know that they're going to be there for the rest of their lives.
You need a bigger treasure home.
Do I now? We shall fix that. Oh, yep, see? They're already, it's already collecting on the floor around them. I have not yet decided where I want the lair.
You need a bigger treasure home.
Heard you the first time. I suppose down here I can use this for the. I can use this as a training room because the enemy is this way. He said the enemy was towards the north, and the north is down this way, as you can see right here. So training room here would mean that the enemy would have to go straight towards them while they're training, and I could spread the training room out to that point and that point. It would be one of the largest training rooms constructed so far, thus far, when I get to that point. And I think over here, I want the lair. Maybe. Ah, yeah, see, so now all the imps are doing other jobs. Let's see. How would I like to set this up? Yeah, we'll have the lair.
It is payday.
Payday, that is 0 cost because I got no creatures. Yeah, so something like this for the training room.
You need a bigger treasure home.
don't you worry about it. We will buy things. We're not gonna go on the splurge, but we're just gonna buy the necessary things that we would need to do what I want. Let's go ahead and open that up.
You have tunneled into a new area.
Yep. This will be what? What will this be? You know, I suppose this right here could be the layer. Yeah, we can spread that out to over here. This would be a nice size layer. I mean, this is a ridiculous. This right here is a ridiculous. This right here would be a ridiculous size layer or trading room. And then this, I guess, could be a library. Or maybe this could be the layer, and this could be the training room. Because I think in reality it would make more sense to have a larger layer than a training room. Yeah, I will do that. That'll be more cost effective anyways. This will be the layer, because I'll probably get a whole lot of creatures that probably don't want to go immediately to the training room. So this will be the training room. This will be the lair. This will be the library. I heard you the first time. Hatchery would be, well, right here. Why not? Let me see. I gotta get this. It's a very modest size hatchery. I messed up the way it looks. I noticed that there's a wall right here cutting into it, but you know what? That's fine.
You need a bigger treasure room.
I heard you. We shall go ahead and add in the treasure room. Go, my imps. Deposit. Deposit your savings. Right, and I said this would be the training room. It's a large gym. Okay. And the lair. Also spend some time having the imps train and level up. Now that'll take a real long time. That'll be a very lengthy video if I do that to you, anyone who's watching. So if you get to this point, it's a possibility I might make the imps train and wait for them to get to a good high enough level before I decide to open the lair, or not the lair, open up the portal to my dungeon. Because once you do that, you can then spend your time going on this way to get the heroes. 5 of you guys that aren't doing anything. Go and train. Costs 10 for the imps to train. So as these guys are training and 10 gold is leaving, these guys go running around picking up gold and putting it back in to the treasure room as a deposit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and have my imps trained. It's gonna take a while. This video is gonna be a long one, but I want to do it. Not very many times you get this opportunity, and it's actually pretty good when you get the imps that high, because they can immediately do tasks. Even though it's tutorial levels, and there might actually be other levels, not just tutorials. I think this is the last tutorial levels, but there are other levels that you might get this opportunity to train up your imps. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Train up the imps. Go ahead and have all the imps. Have all the imps trained. I guess not all the imps are training. You got these guys over here working. But I guess someone has to. So we'll have this batch training, these guys doing whatever. Good thing too, because I think this would be the amount, the full amount that our training would hold. As you can see, the green would be the amount. It was increasing, and I was watching it as it increased whenever I started adding more imps. So I'll let these guys go up to level 10 or whatever. These guys will do that. So this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry to say, but hey.
It is payday.
This payday is not going to cost anything. It's going to be funny when I do open this up and let creatures come in. They're going to see how buff and leveled up my imps are. They're going to be like, damn, this is the dungeon master here. This guy got his imps all shaped up and stuff, man. This is what he's offering us, and they're the imps. Imagine what's going to happen to us. Pieces of gold on top of the bookshelves. There's gold in the hatchery. Yeah, so I guess a fair bit of warning for those of you who don't want to like just be around watching the imps mine and these guys train. You could like, I guess, fast forward in the video because this is going to take some time. Because I think the other thing is imps don't naturally go to the training room to train. So for the imps, it'll take a while for them to level up. But the good thing is, the pro side to it is, it only costs them 10 gold every time. It's worth it, but then again, it's time consuming. That is the thing right there that you'd have to go for. This symbol right here is to sell a room, so if there's something you don't like, you can sell it, but it's not going to cost as much to sell that you put in for it to pay for. So what does this cost? 200. If I click this, I'm pretty sure it's going to cost like 50 or 100 or something. I won't get the price that I put in for, basically. Alright, so what we have down here, though, archers, 2 of them. It's a dungeon heart down here. It belongs to somebody. There's something here. Lava, fire everywhere. What else is there? I don't hear anything. So yeah, we have a question mark here. That would mean it would probably be revealed to us what it is through research in the library. And we also got this and this. This is a speed monster. I don't remember what these are. Mines of Moria. Got some level 3s. Yep, there we go. Okay, so once the imps get to level 3s, they get a speed up spell for themselves, which is very beneficial. Now, if you're playing along with my Let's Play, and even I think in Maxman 101's Let's Play, he mentions imps, once you get them to level 3 and they get that spell to speed up, that's probably as high as you would need them to go, because with that spell, they will do all their jobs like very fast, as fast as possible. They will always activate that for themselves because they are working, constantly working for picking stuff up, digging, fortifying walls and all that. They'll put that on for themselves. I think the speed up spell is faster than you actually smacking your own imps, and it's obviously much better because it's not going to cost them health. If, of course, you let your imps go further, like definitely up to level 10, they get the spell to teleport. Teleport's obviously going to be much faster than the speed up spell because they can immediately go to where they need to go and retreat. Collect the gold, cast a spell, they go back to where they need to drop the stuff off, and it's pretty damn good. I think when you go, excuse me, when you go into this one right here to possess the creature, Cranium Internum, when you go to that mode and you use the teleport spell, you only teleport a few feet away. I think, I don't remember. There might have been an instance where I teleported back to my own dungeon heart, but when you let these guys use it for themselves, they do a much better job of using it than you would. At least that's what I think I remember. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying myself doing these Let's Plays. I mean, there's a bunch of Let's Plays I'm doing, and most people would probably do Let's Plays one at a time. So they focus on the one subject that they want to work on, a Let's Play. So if it was to be a Let's Play Dungeon Keeper, most people would just do the one Let's Play on Dungeon Keeper and wait till they finish all the way through. Other people, I guess, do what I'm doing. They'll jump from one Let's Play to another Let's Play to another, make another here and there, this, that. I like this. And there are other games I was thinking about doing, you know. The ones I got so far are Let's Play Aliens vs. Predator Classic. There's Arma Cold War Assault, or the way I remembered it, Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis. There's also Arma Assault. Let's see, there's what other ones have I done? Let's see, there's Dungeon Keeper, there's Arma, there's the other Arma, Aliens vs. Predator. So that's just the 4 right now. Other Let's Plays I was thinking of, I have the game Blood, and I mentioned that game before. A YouTuber I'm subscribed to, Blood Knight Draken, he does a Let's Play on that game, Blood. I might consider doing that, and I say might because I know I'm not gonna finish or like, you know, beat the game. He does it, and it's probably because he played it a lot, or that kind of game suits his style of play. You know how like some games can suit you very well. You can easily do it in like your sleep. The way that guy does it, he does it on the hardest difficulty, finishes it. I have the game because I watched his videos and I thought I liked the game, and I actually do like the game, but I'm nowhere near as good as him. I can try doing a Let's Play on that, but it's going to be probably more of a Let's Fail at Blood. And then he also does another game, Shadow Warrior. Now, I have a version of Shadow Warrior from Steam, which is where he got his as well. Mine, though, is the free version, and I don't know if mine's since it's the free version, if it's like a trial version where you only get like level 1, 2, and 3, and then that's it. Because there is another version on Steam that they have, and they call it Shadow Warrior Redux. And I don't know what's more special about that. Maybe it has better graphics, better equipment and stuff in the game. I don't know. I haven't really played the game too much, but that's another game I do like, and I wouldn't mind doing a Let's Play. Another Let's Play I would like to do is a game called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That was a game that I watched a YouTuber called Necroscope86. He played that game. Fascinating game. I like the way it is, I like the way it goes, I like the story about it. There's an actual book on that game, and it's actually go by the same name. And I think the person who made the book was the guy who went through for the video game as well. That's a Let's Play I'd like to do. Are there any other Let's Play? I got a few other games on Steam that I could probably do. There's The Binding of Isaac, the vanilla version, and then there's The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I don't have any other ones. I might do one on that, but I'm not exactly great at that game. And another YouTuber I watch who plays that game is Northern Lion. He does a great job with that game. Let's see, what other Let's Plays were I thinking? I mean, I'd really like to do some PlayStation game Let's Plays, but I don't know how to get the PlayStation games that are on the PlayStation 3, because I do have a PlayStation 1 game I would really like to do a Let's Play on, and it's Digimon World 1. Very rare game to find. In my opinion, difficult to beat. I have gotten used to it over the years, but when I first got it, didn't know shit from fuck about that game. I mean, literally, one of the funniest things... I mean, if you played this game before, and you know about this game, I'm about to tell you something funny, even though it has nothing to do with this game, and I'm just leaving the screen on here. It's because I'm letting these guys train till they get to level 10. And I'm just leaving it over here. So if you obviously gotten to this point, you're just listening to commentary. Maybe you're enjoying my commentary, you like to hear more about me or hear about what I have to say. Maybe you enjoy that. So that's what I'm explaining here. Anyways, for Digimon World 1, for any of you veterans out there who play Digimon World 1 for the PlayStation 1, would probably know that that's a difficult game to find nowadays, and probably know that the game's renowned to get easily scratched or destroyed somehow because of what the game was made out of, or how they set the actual disc to be made out of. I have a disc version that's not the same one that I had when I first got the game. When I first got the game, it was on a PlayStation 1, an actual PlayStation 1, but the game was a copied game from a friend of my father's who works at a computer store. He runs his own computer store, and it was my birthday. My father went to him and said, "Hey, you know, you got a computer store. You got any games or something?" Like, "Yeah, here's a PlayStation 1 that'll play copied games and normal games." And it did, you know. And I played it there. The disc I have now, though, my sister got it for me a few years ago through a friend of hers who got the game from Blockbuster, I believe, right before they were closing. And it's got this like safety-coated plastic on the top of the disc to prevent it from being scratched. Give me a moment. My cat's trying to leave the room. Hey, buddy. Wanna go out? There you go. Fat bastard cat. Anyways, yeah, so I got that version to help and protect it. And so far, whenever I put the game in the PlayStation 3, because my PlayStation 3 can play PlayStation 1 games, hasn't, like, you know, like froze or lagged or like get stuck on loading screens for that game, because that game's notorious for stuff like that. For you veterans, however, here's the thing that I was going to point out, that I didn't know anything about that game. Like I said, no, shit from fuck. I should use better words and terminologies and stuff, especially considering that I'm going to join the military as a warrant officer and a pilot. I should, you know, present myself much better. But here's the thing. For that game, I didn't know much about it because I didn't have the manual for the game. There's, I want to say an emoji or whatever that your Digimon does in that game to let you know that he's tired. And it's so it'll be your character, and then it'll be your Digimon right next to you, your little Digimon Tamagotchi. He'll be right next to you, and he'll have a bubble above his head, and on the bubble you'll see water droplets falling down. That's the symbol that they give when they're tired. I was it's funny, but and my sister laughs at it whenever I say this story, because it's hilarious, because she used to play the game with me. She used to sit next to me, watch the game, or we'll take turns and she'll play. I didn't know what that symbol meant when I saw that. And in the game, in the File Island that you're at, the File Island city that you're at, there's a gym. There's a gym. I forgot the name of the gym. Maybe it's called File Gym. It might be as simple as that. Or Sun Gym or something like that. But there's a gym, and at the far right corner, top far right corner, there's a waterfall. And yeah, you could probably guess, but I'll explain it. I thought that that bubble with the water droplets, that little emoji, I thought that meant he was thirsty. So I would, you know, go to the waterfall. It's a training, you know, it's a little training thing. The waterfall was actual training thing. You train MP, you know, your magic points or your spell points or whatever. I thought, as a bonus, maybe training at the waterfall would get rid of that bubble with the water droplets. It got to the point where if you train too much and your Digimon is tired, you're not going to get the benefits of it, because he's tired. He's not going to receive the rewards from it. So if he wasn't tired, he'll get, let's just say as an example, 100 MP added to his total MP. So then your total MP will increase because you got yourself 100 from the training. If you're tired and you train 1 or 2 times after he's told you with the bubble, I'm tired, you'll only gain like 1 or 2 MP, as an example. I saw that this was happening, but I kept seeing the bubble that said he was thirsty, because I thought it meant he was thirsty. My Digimon died so many times. I was so confused. But the funny thing was, it happened a lot when he was at a rookie stage, and when that happens, if a rookie dies without turning into a champion normally, or if he dies in battle, he will turn into a certain champion Digimon called Bakemon. And I think that's Japanese for a ghost Digimon or something, or a ghost monster. I used to say it the incorrect way. I used to call him Bakemon, because his name was spelled Bakemon. I'm an American. What do you expect? I looked at that and I called him Bakemon, and of course, that's my trouble there. And of course, the other trouble is I overtrained my Digimon and killed him, and he became a champion Digimon, which I thought was a good thing because I liked Bakemon, and he was a champion. He went up a level. I thought that was a good thing, but I went about it all the wrong way. As you guys are probably shaking your heads and laughing like, wow, you thought he was thirsty. For a very long time, I thought he was thirsty, and for a very long time, every time I had a rookie Digimon, he would always turn into a Bakemon. I was like, I must be doing something right because he's turning into that. But then I started questioning myself and was like, why isn't he turning into any other Digimon? And on certain occasions, I will get other champion Digimons whenever I messed up that bad. I would get Numamon, who was a slug Digimon. And those slug Digimons are very weak. If you get those, you're doing something bad. But there is something special about them. If you have them and you go to a certain place called Toy Town, you go to Toy Town and you put them into a Manzemon costume, they will turn into an Ultimate Digimon from the champion Digimon that they are, which is Numamon, and turn into the Ultimate Digimon known as Manzemon. And then another Digimon you could get if you do something bad, if you fuck up a lot, is Sukamon? No. Sukamon's the slug one. Numamon is the turd one. The Numamon's this yellow Digimon that literally looks like shit. It's a piece of poo, And they're both weak Digimon. With Numamon, you can go to Slug Mountain or Sludge Mountain or Waste Mountain or something, revert back to what you were, and the Numamon there think it's a bad thing what you're doing because to them it's better to be a filth Digimon. To you want to do it to go back and fix the mistake you made. I don't know if Numamon could turn into any ultimates. He probably does. I just don't remember what. But Sukamon can definitely turn into Manzemon. And they're very difficult to train with, and that's the game's way of punishing you for saying, hey, you fucked up this bad, you messed up this bad, you're going to get these Digimon. There is a way to fix this, but it's going to be, a journey for you to fix this. Let me check on how they're doing. We're over here. I'm over here talking and reminiscing on old stuff. Okay, they're level 7. We're getting there. And they're speeding up. So this isn't going to take long. This is going to be a long video, and I apologize if you really want to see more of this game going on. This will probably be the first and last time I do something like this. I just want to do this just for this level. It likely will not happen again. I won't do this to you guys, and it's just for this because, we got the renewable resources to do this. And I'm trying to show you that you can have imps at level 10 and they're pretty good. Also, another thing to note is, since I want to go back talking to this game for a little bit, when your creatures go up levels, they get bigger. So these guys are going to be bigger than these guys. I don't know if you can tell the size difference already. Let me zoom in and show you. So this is how big they are at level 1. This is how big they are at level 7 right now. So there is that. Yeah, that's Digimon. I want to do Digimon World 1. But I don't know a way to have the PS1 game from my PlayStation 3 to be viewed on this computer and then record it, because with my NVIDIA GeForce Shadowplay, I can do desktop record, which is what I'm doing right now, which is allowing Dungeon Keeper to show in 720 pixel, HD 60 frames per second on YouTube. I don't know how to do that. Some of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, well, you just need a certain software or something. Yeah, about that. I'm not trying to say I'm a cheapo or anything. I just don't have the funds to do something like that. Maybe in the distant future, I might do something like that. But if there is a cost-effective way, like, oh, you just got to plug your PS3 to some port on your computer, and boom, you can do a desktop capture or something with the game. I'm all ears on that, but if it's something like you need to go buy this on the internet, and then you need to go to a store and buy one of these and this, I'm not going to go there. I would definitely love to do a Digimon World 1 Let's Play. Even though I've not beaten the game, however, my sister and her friends have beaten the game, she could help me out, and she might even chime in from time to time on, hey, here's this and that. But again, the thing is, I have up until July to do this kind of recording and fun stuff that I'm doing right now. Because again, I'm not doing this for a job. To me, my job, my future career would be in the Army, military career. That'll be it for me. So once I get in by July, if it is July, you might not see any more of these videos until I get free time in the military. And I mean, that's if I have free time, because again, to me, my priorities would be set to do military work. As a warrant officer and a pilot, I need to be focused, and I've proven myself that I'm capable of doing that. And I've proven to the recruiters and even the board of officers who were interviewing me to see if I want to be a warrant officer, and I've proven it to them. And right now I'm just waiting until July for the final paper approval to be done with, and I'll move on. And it's going to take some time, because when I looked at it, it's 8 or 9 weeks of basic training, and then AIT is supposed to be AIT is going to be where I go to the warrant officer training and the flight training. And when I read the flyer and paper, and from what the recruiters have told me, it's supposed to be like 30 some odd weeks of training. So that's going to be some time before I get any free time. But I am doing this now because I've always wanted to do this, and I'm very much enjoying myself. Let's see, are they still? Yeah, they're still training. So yeah, there's Digimon World 1 I'd like to do, but I can't unless you guys know of a way. And that is, of course, if anyone's is watching this. I have been putting out these videos. I've noticed that there are 1 or 2 views going on. Those 1 or 2 views are by me, but I have also noticed added on views towards those, so there might actually be somebody out there watching these videos enjoying the commentary or enjoying the gaming going on. Thanks, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. I mean, no comments yet, but hey, that's fine, really. Of course, I'll probably get a comment at this point. It's like, yo, man, just get with the game and all that. Hey, man, for this level, I'm enjoying explaining things and doing things. And look, everyone's still working. I want level 10 imps, And again, after this, you won't have to worry about me trying to get level 10 imps, because I'll just use the cash that I get to fork out a bunch of imps and, well, deal with that. Another Let's Play I was thinking of, I was thinking about maybe, now this is speculating, because it's a very big maybe, going out and getting a PlayStation 2 again, because my first PlayStation 2, believe it or not, and the only one I had, was actually stolen. I had it at a friend's house, and it was stolen. It's not my fault, it's not his fault. But then again, it is my fault for leaving it over there, and it is kind of his fault because I have my speculations of who did it, and it's not the friend who did it. It's just, and it's not exactly fair to blame him. Although it's not really. No, I can't really say that. I mean, he is friends with the person that I think who did it, and I confronted him about it. I'm not saying that's the best I could have done. I mean, I could have done more, and I did, but I'm not going to explain what I did in all honesty. But I was thinking about getting a PlayStation 2 and getting 2 particular games I'd like to do a Let's Play on, and it's Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2. And I've mentioned those games before. I would like to do a Let's Play on those. Capcom did, whoever else who made the game, published it, created it, whatever, did an outstanding job with that game. I liked that those series, to me, brought back the horror element and the survivor element into it. Because there's a version in the game where you can have infinite ammo mode, and you don't have to worry about the horror and the survival because you have infinite ammo. You can just shoot your way out of trouble. But there is modes where you can have like 4 or 5 different difficulties, and then there's a nightmare difficulty. So it's kind of like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 where you have nightmare mode, realism mode, and all that. Those games have that. And I've played it before, and I loved that game. It is so good. You don't have characters like Chris Redfield in the later Resident Evil series who's strong as hell, who could punch rocks and boulders and this and that. No, in this game they went to some sort of realism. And again, the game was made before the Chris Redfield and his super strength and all that. Not that there was so much of a trouble, but to me, I was like, I feel kind of like a superhero than a guy who's from STARS, the Special Forces group in the Resident Evil series for the Raccoon City Police Department, who has to rely on his special training. No, in Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2, you got so many characters to choose from. They all have their pros and cons. And okay. They all have their pros and cons. And it's just so good. I mean, you got one guy who's a plumber, and you're probably like, "Oh, why would I want to be a plumber? I don't like that."
What's going on?
Recording. And you could pick the plumber, and he has his abilities to use his equipment and like create a bomb out of like some wires and a battery for the Resident Evil game. Other characters in the game cannot do that. You got another character who's got like, she's a college student, and her name's Yoko. The other guy who's the plumber, his name is David. But Yoko, she has a bag that can actually carry more supplies in the game than you would with your normal characters. You also have a bunch of other characters. They just all have their pros and cons. Like, one character I like playing with the most is between Kevin Ryman and George Hamilton. George Hamilton, average kind of guy, average health, average strength, and all that. Okay speed. His character, he's a doctor, so he's able to create medicines out of herbs that you find in the game. So a green herb would normally heal you in the game, right? Well, with George Hamilton, since he's a doctor and he has a medical kit, he can turn that green herb into an antidote, a green pill. It's a green and white pill, and you use that to heal yourself from poison in the game. And you're probably wondering, like, why would I waste a green herb that normally heals you for an antidote of poison? Well, there might be instances where all you have is just green herbs, and your character or your friendly ally characters are poisoned, and you might want to heal them with that antidote. He can also the blue herbs. Blue herbs normally does poison, right? Well, if there's a lot of blue herbs in the area, he can turn them into a healing pill, a recovery pill, as they call it. Let's see. And then that's pretty good. I've used that a lot, That's a pretty good thing. Now, in the first game to the second game for George Hamilton, the thing to notice is if you mix a red herb with any other herb, for the first game, I believe you get 3 of that type. In the second game, Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, if you mix a red herb with a green or a blue herb, you get a more powerful version of that herb, or of that pill that you created. It's not really necessary, but is really necessary for the red and blue, because you'll get a powerful version of that. In the first version, it's not too bad to get 3 of them. In the second version, I mean, it works just as well. Alright, let's see. How are they doing? Are they still at it? They probably should be turning into level 9 here pretty soon. Yeah, and that's what I like about the game there. When you play it normally, you have to worry, because the zombies, just like any other Resident Evil game, they respawn, they keep coming after you. They can really hurt you. You can bleed. You can get poisoned and all that other stuff, and they are looking for you, hunting you down. Especially if you have it on the real harder difficulties. You might as well not worry about picking up weapons and to use those weapons then and there. You're supposed to pick up and save the right kind of weapons for the end game boss, because you're really not going to have the ammunition left to deal with the infected, the zombies, or the infected creatures of the game that you pass through to go all the way to the last level, because you're going to really need all that stuff for the last boss, And the story follows pretty well. That's happening at the same time as Resident Evil 2 and 3. I'm not sure if it happens at the same time as 1. I'm not 100% sure. But it does happen 2 and 3, and you'll see some instances when you play certain maps on Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2, certain instances of stories happening with Resident Evil 2 and 3. So, for example, there's the Raccoon City Police Department level. I don't know if it's in Resident Evil 1 or 2. I think it might be in 2. And if you play as Kevin Ryman, you get an extended cutscene ending for that level where you see, well, you don't really actually see Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield in the squad car that they were in when they were coming towards a police station. But you see a cop car going by towards a police station as you are leaving the police station. And it does pretty well, because then it's like you in the police station go to areas that they didn't exactly go to, and they go to areas that you don't exactly go to. You leave certain things in areas for them for the next time they come by. You know, it's pretty cool when you see like resemblances like that, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, I remember that and this, that. Are they there yet? Level 9. Alright, very close, guys, very close. We're almost done with this. Or done with that part, and we still got all of this over here. Let me see what else. Yeah, so there's that, but it's a big maybe, because by then I might be definitely going to be in the military to have money to spend stuff on that. But that's if I even go that far. I mean, again, my priorities are set for the military, and right now I'm just passing time, enjoying all this. Let me think. What other Let's Plays? I mean, I got some games on the PS3 itself. You got Payday, the first Payday. You got Marvel vs. Capcom. It's not exactly a Let's Play. Well, I mean, it's kind of, but it's just play, and it's an arcade thing. There's also, I also got Metal Gear Solid VR missions. I don't ever play that. And then there's Metal Gear Solid 1, the actual first one for the PlayStation. I might play that, maybe not. But then again, I would need some sort of, I think I would need some sort of capture software to go from the PlayStation 3 to here and to record it. Unless somebody knows a way, like, oh, you can just do it just with the simple, you know, connect here, connect there, there you go. Then maybe. But I enjoy doing these. To go back to the computer of Let's Plays, however, I do have some discs in my room of some games I wouldn't mind trying, maybe, if I ever make it that far. I don't want to make too many Let's Plays and then realize, oh, I got this game I like to play, and I got all these other ones in waiting right now. There's, what do you call it? Fear. There's the first Fear game on the PC. I have the discs for that. It's an okay creepy jump scare game. I mean, some of you are probably like, oh, that's not a jump scare, creepy game, this, that, and others are like, oh yeah, that game was creepy and this, that. To me, it jumps out and gets me sometimes. There are some moments for that game where it creeps me out, but I do like that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not a wimp or anything. I do thrive on stuff like that. Actually, I take back the wimp thing. There's a game called Clock Tower that my sister plays, and she likes playing it. She knows a lot about it, and she tried to get me to play it, and I was so creeped out about that because of that thing with the scissors killing your friends or sisters or whatever. I don't remember the story, and then coming after you, and then that crazy scary sound, you know, that when he's coming by and chasing you, that creeps me out. Might not make me a wimp. Some of you might say, others might be like, yeah, that makes you a wimp. It's something. It's a good game. It's not like I won't try playing it again. I'm probably going to need my sister next to me, because that's definitely not a game I want to play by myself. And it's not so much that I need her next to me, but I like to have someone near or around me playing certain games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my cat here next to me playing Dungeon Keeper. I don't need him, but if I were to play some scary-ass horror jump scare thing, I'd like something nearby. That's the funny thing, because sometimes I'll watch scary videos, because I love watching scary videos, because it makes me think about the what if that was real, or what if that is real. What if I go searching for stuff like that, you know? I like that, you know, that kind of feeling, you know, it's so cool. And I say that a lot to my friends, and any of my friends who watch this probably say, oh yeah, he's one of those guys, he likes that kind of stuff. Because, for example, I live in Kansas, and there's a place called Stall, Kansas, and there's an urban legend and a myth about that place, how the Pope at the time, I think it was Pope Benedict, didn't want to have his aircraft or jet or whatever when they were flying him around to go over Kansas, because, especially over the Stall, Kansas area, because he says that there's a church there or he knows of a church there that is claimed to be like the gateway to hell. And if you live in Stall, Kansas, I'm sorry, but you probably know the urban legends and myth, and that's all I'm pointing out. I'm not saying, oh man, it's a fact. It's a gateway to hell there, you know. I'm not saying that, you know. Maybe in this instance, if you live there, you're probably like, oh yeah, wow, someone else from Kansas hears about that. There's a bunch of stories about it. It's one of the gateways to hell, like the church there. It was struck by lightning, it burned. When it rains, rain doesn't actually go into the church area. There's a door in the church area that leads downstairs, and then there's another door at the bottom that leads further down, and then that's what it is. It's just a recurring thing. It's a stairs, door. You keep going and going and going. It's never ending. But when you go back the way you came, the door that you just closed, if you close the door, you'll be right back at the top. That's another urban legend and myth. Obviously not true. There's another thing about witches being buried, and witches, or people claim to be witches and warlocks buried near some trees near the church and all that. There's a bunch of stuff, you know, and it's brought up some popularity for that town and the place. But I've heard recently that the place is actually demolished. But before it was demolished, and it was just like you know, a decrepit place, because, you know, it's still messed up and all that. I heard every Halloween, when the place wasn't demolished, you know, every Halloween they always had cops nearby to make sure people don't go venturing there, because it's not because you gotta watch out because it's a real gateway to hell, you know. Disbelievers or conspirators will say, oh no, it's gotta be, because why would you have like security there, you know? Why would you have cops there guarding and this, that? It's mostly for trespassing, you know. If you lived in that town, you'd probably get annoyed every Halloween. A bunch of people from out of town or even in town or both venturing in this place, trying to mess around, snoop around, and do this and that. You know what I'm saying? So there was that. Now those are things that I've just heard and rumors and this and that. So, but that's the kind of stuff I'm attracted to. Fear would be a game I wouldn't mind doing a Let's Play. Another game I would like to do a Let's Play on. Are you guys level 10 yet? Damn, hurry up. Shit. Another Let's Play would be like, I have the game Red Alert 1, or I have Command & Conquer Red Alert 1, the Allied disc. I don't have the Soviet disc. But I have the first one. I would have to do some DOSBox thing to put it in here and play it. Another thing would be what would you call it? The other version, or the next version, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. I have that, and I only have one of the discs for that one. But I could do that campaign. I have some other games, but I don't know if I would really like to do those. You know, actually, I think what I'll do, when these guys get to level 10, I will stop the video and make another video following this video to continue off, and then I'll make a description for the video saying this level, part 2, or is this part 3? I think this is part 2. Is just basically me aiming over here and talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll save you guys that trouble. If you're gonna watch, if you're watching right now, you've made it this far. I've already gone ahead, you know, post-production, but up to this point, it's gonna be done. Where I'll put in the description saying this video is mostly just commentary. There is not much going on, just back and forth, this and that. It's just me explaining about this and that. If you really want to watch the real gameplay, it'll be in the next video. So I'll probably do that for you. Because I'm realizing now that this video is taking a long time, and it's probably going to take even longer to go to actually doing the real Dungeon Keeper gameplay. So there'll be that. But for this one, it'll just be mostly commentary, and I bet you like the thumbnail is just going to be this right here. So yeah, the other Let's Plays I was thinking about, I think some of them are getting the level 10. Maybe. No, not quite yet. But yeah, Fear might definitely be one because it would add a different genre to the kind of stuff that we're doing here. And scary games I do kind of like. But it really depends. Oh wait, did they make level 10? Yeah, they made level 10. Yeah, see, so now they're disappearing. Yep, see, there they go. So they'll teleport, they'll disappear, and they'll use their speed field, and they'll come over here and do their stuff. So cool. Yes, we're picking this stuff up. We will go ahead and you know what, actually, yeah, so well, actually, let me see if I could take this time to talk about other games I'd like to do a Let's Play. Are there any other games that I have? I don't know. And of course, if when I get some cash, I'll see if there are other games on Steam I might like to play and put on here. I can't think of any others I would try. I know Fear is one because it's a scary to me it's a creepy, scary game. I don't know of any others, to be honest. I'd have to think, but okay, so apparently they're done. I will go ahead and stop the video here, so see you in the next video, and if you have been watching this entire thing, thanks for listening, guys. So here comes the next video. I'll go ahead and stop, and then I'll restart, so be back in a mo.